This part of the program brought to you by Expert Marine and Tile Marine.
Good evening, all of you. Before we start, we'll just have a brief introduction. My name is Sanjeev, and we've been doing yoga classes basically I have a center in Dubai, and we do conduct programs. This is the first time that we are having a program in Toronto. In fact, we came for various other things, but Uncle had come. I think you all know Jacob, Uncle. And we said, why don't we have a class in Toronto? So I said, let's have it. We'll have a program. That's how we are all here. And we have Marine Biz TV also here. In fact, we have been conducting last 7 months. The serials are going on. Every Wednesday they take a program. So today they say they'll cover the introduction also. That's why they are here. So this is what is the basic introduction. We'll come to know each other more. Today, all of us know what is yoga. I'll be talking in English, it's okay. We'll be communicating, we can discuss also. See, today all of us know what is yoga, but I would like each one of you to tell what you have understood about yoga. You know, today there are so many methods, people are there telling different things about yoga. So we'd like to have a brief introduction, what yoga basically is. So I'd like to tell you, I'd like you to tell me what you have understood about yoga. Yes, relaxation for mind and body. Yes, Rajesh? Very good. In fact, you have covered up the entire essence of yoga. But I would like to tell you, yoga basically is a knowledge to help each and every individual in our life to enjoy every moment of our life. You know. Today, if you observe, we all send our children to schools for education. We start with the nursery. If you see them, they're burdened with so much of books and that and this. They're straining themselves. Ultimately, they get a degree or they go to college, they go for higher studies. You may become an engineer or a doctor or any other vocation. But finally, we can say a child gains financial health. The child gains the financial health, but the problem is there are many people with financial health but no physical and mental health. Without physical and mental health, what is the use of financial health? Only when physical and mental health is there, your financial health can be of use, isn't it? So, yoga is basically a knowledge to help each and every individual to gain the highest of knowledge, that is the physical and mental health. And even if you see education today, a child may be very good in the computer or any line, engineering or any line. The other day I've just heard in the radio also a girl studying for MCA, you know, Master of Computer Applications. So on the second year, she just lost her laptop in the college. I hope you would have heard it. And this girl went and complained to the principal. He took it very lightly and rather she felt depressed over it because in front of her other students, he made something, a very low remark, which made her more depressed. The girl was totally upset. She went for her holidays for 20 days. And on the 19th day, when she was supposed to go back to school, to the college, she just written a beautiful letter to the principal and hanged herself. Why? What is lacking in this girl? She has the knowledge. She is very good in computers. But what is it that she does not have? She does not know how to face life, isn't it? She does not know how to face failures or challenges in life. This is what is lacking in today's world, if you observe. We know everything, we have the knowledge, but we do not know how to face situations in life. Yoga is basically a knowledge to help us to manage our day-to-day life in the right perspective. That's what the yoga basically teaches. For that, each one of us, we should know what I am, what am I, what is my personality.
Best TV.
To understand that, we should know the 5 dimensions in our outlook. Today, all of us know about a body as just one category of it, There are 5 dimensions in a human personality if you observe. One is called the food sheath, or we call it as Annamaya Kosha. What is Anna? Ahara, the food. According to the food, our body is constituted. According to the exercise, our body is also seen, how we do take care of our health. Food plays a major role. So, Annamaya Kosha is the food sheath. And the next, Annamaya Kosha, the body is only actually a gross part of existence. It is not everything. Let us say, a body alone, left alone, how many days can we keep a body? Hardly one day. We have to dispose it the next day. Why? There is something which is missing. What is it? The air, the breath is not there. So the second sheath is called the Pranamaya Kosha. What is prana? Life energy. Today, without breathing we can't sustain. We do not know how to breathe also. That's another problem. Breathing plays a major role. How does, for example, today, for us to have this light here, there is a power coming from outside, from the board. Let us say the main board is there. And there we have the negative and the positive charges, which is giving us all the current to this building. And the circuits are fully set so that you get the light in toto. Likewise, where do we get energy? We get energy by 2 important centers. We call it as the negative and the positive charges. It's called the Ida and the Pingala. We don't have charger to charge our body, We need current. The breathing is the source of the current that we get into the body. So the breathing plays a major role, but how well do we breathe? We do not know what is the power of the breath. We hardly breathe properly. Sometimes you see people are doing reverse breathing. All of you sit straight. We'll just check the breath. It's very important to note. Sit straight, back straight, hands on knees, eyes closed. Make your body absolutely still. Feel the stillness of the body. Feel the stillness of the body. Bring your consciousness to the top of your head. Awareness to the forehead, the whole of your face, the back of your head, the right and left shoulders, both your arms up to the fingertips. Total awareness on the whole body. Awareness upper back, mid back, lower back, the buttocks, the chest, the stomach, the thighs, the knees, the shin, up to the tip of your toes. Feel your whole body absolutely still. Feel the stillness of the body. Now place your hands on the stomach. With your eyes closed, just observe the movement of the breath and the movement of the abdomen or the stomach as you breathe in and breathe out. Inhale and slowly exhale. Just observe the movement of the abdomen. Inhalation slowly and exhalation slowly. Just observe the movement of the stomach. Now place your hands on your chest, the thoracic region. Inhale. Slowly exhale. Observe the movement of the chest as you breathe in and breathe out. Now place your hands on the shoulders. Inhale slowly. Slowly exhale. And now slowly open your eyes. See, whenever you inhale, sometimes you may feel as you take in the breath, the stomach is also going in, How many of you feel when you breathe in, the stomach is going in? Raise your hands. When you're breathing in, stomach is also going in, or you don't feel any movement. Raise your hands. Good. Not feeling anything. How many of you feel when you're breathing in the chest, or stomach is coming out, inhaling, stomach is coming out? Just raise your hands. Good. How many of you feel more expansion on the chest region, inhaling? This is coming up. Which is more, stomach or the chest? Chest you feel. And sometimes you may feel the expansion. Have you seen when we have breathing problems like asthma, people breathe like this. You strain yourself more, but you get less oxygen. The second type of breathing is called the thoracic breathing, wherein you inhale. And what happens? The chest is being raised more. And one is called the abdominal breathing or normal breathing, wherein when you inhale, stomach slowly comes out, exhaling it goes in. So what is happening is, when you're inhaling, you should do the normal abdominal breathing. How was your breathing, Maya? Have you noticed?
This part of the program brought to you by Expert Marine and Tile Marine.
I do know that sailing full time is as good a religion as there is.
Now one day it so happened that we were almost caught in a cyclone. 50-degree angle, you can imagine, you know. You cannot stand. I was also holding on to the railing and just hanging.
My wife is she's a senior leader in Delhi University. So during summertime, she along with the kids used to join me on board. So the gap between, the separation time between us was not much.
This part of the program brought to you by Expert Marine and Tile Marine.
See, sometimes whenever we breathe in, we are taking the stomach in. What happens is, there is a muscle called the diaphragm. When you're inhaling, for example, there's a cotton bag. You place your hands underneath the bag and you're trying to fill it up. When you're trying to fill it up, from underneath you're trying to raise your hands. Will the capacity increase or reduce? Reduce. That's what is happening. So whenever you're inhaling, you're pushing your stomach in. What happens? It reduces your lung capacity. Whereas if it goes down, the stomach slow. If you've seen small children, when even we, for example, when you lie down to sleep in the bed, your breathing is called normal breathing. It's abdominal breathing. We take deep breath. But sometimes you sit up, immediately you tend to do reverse breathing or thoracic breathing. You restrict your lung capacity. That's why by evening we are exhausted, tired, and we don't have any energy. We don't even want to talk to people. So breathing plays a major role, because only when the energy, for example, this bulb has 500 volts of current capacity, but you give only 100, how will it burn? Much reduced. Likewise, whenever your breathing is good, your kidney, your liver, your functions of the body is very good. Otherwise, if your breathing is less, what happens? It reduces the functions of the organs in the body. So pranayama is the technique by which we increase the energy level. So the second kosha, the second dimension of a human personality is called the pranamaya kosha. Prana means life energy. Now, the body with the breath is life. But there are so many people with the body and the breath, but they don't do anything. We call them as living vegetables, right or wrong? Yeah. Why? The third dimension of the personality is not functional. What is the third dimension? It is the mind. Mind is actually a sense of perception. For example, a small child wants to touch a flame. Its desire is to touch a flame. The moment it touches the flame, will it touch it next time? Never. Because mind operates with three faculties. One is desire. Second is reflection and recollection of data. This is a faculty. Actually, it is only a sense of perception. If you have a computer, you have the keyboard and we have the monitor. You have a wire connecting between the keyboard and the monitor. The mind is only this link. Sometimes you may be sitting here looking at me, but your eyes cannot see if your mind is not with me. Your ears cannot hear if it is not attuned. Why? The vibrations of my sound does not go into your ears if your mind is not there. So sense of perception is not there. So the third faculty of a human mind or human personality is the mind. Mind is not me, but I am higher than the mind. Today what is happening? Mind operates with a like and dislike. I like this, I do. I don't like, I don't do. It's only giving a temporary feeling of comfort. It is not comfort. A person likes to smoke, he smokes. But one part of his personality says, it's not right. But the other mind says, I like to smoke, let me smoke. You understood? So it's just your habitual conditionings of the mind is what it happens. And you continuously do what you have been habitually conditioned. So the third quality is called the manomaya kosha or the mind. That's what, all of us, we try to get up in the morning and go for a walk. Doctor said, you're already putting on weight, my dear. Why don't you go for a morning walk? We even keep our tracksuits ready, everything alarm ready, right? And one alarm close to me, one in the next bedroom or the dining room also, so that if I don't, suddenly if I press, let me get up and go and then walk. All these things we do. As you get up in the morning, the mind says, my dear, yesterday your sleep was not good. Why don't you lie down for 10 more minutes? What happens? What the mind says is right. After 10 more minutes, what happened? It's gone. Half an hour is gone. And the next day, I think I'll do it tomorrow. But tomorrow never comes. Why? The mind is habitually conditioned. This is where we need to understand the mind to have the real control or manage the mind. The fourth faculty is called the Vijnanamaya Kosha. And mind always operates through emotions. Happiness, anger, sorrow, agitation, frustrations. All these are qualities of the mind, of the human personality. But how does these frustration or agitation or all these come? According to human understanding. So all of us, beautifully, if you observe, we have all got a beautiful software set within. My parentage has taught me what to eat, what is good for you. Schooling, my teachers have taught me so many things. My friendship, my relationship, my experiences have, all these things have created in me a fantastic software, right? And today I look through the windows of my eyes and say, this is right or that is wrong. According to what? According to my understanding. So sometimes you say to your friend or your husband or your wife, this is right. This is right according to you. But according to the other person, it is not right. That is where we try to, what I say is right or what you say is right, there's always a problem. Whereas, that is why you cannot say only my software is right, the other software is not right. You understood? You buy a new computer, you give only the minimum software. If you don't add icons, can you broaden your outlook? No. Likewise, though we have developed scientifically, technologically, in a much broader perspective today, but human mind is still narrow. It is not able to broaden. This is where the problem starts. That is why today all the problems that we are having is basically psychosomatic diseases. I am not able to accept. When I am not able to accept, I become agitated. When I become agitated, I show it in my emotions. I become angry. My breathing becomes faster. It shows in the body as uneasiness. That's why uneasiness of the mind transcends into your emotions, into the breath, and into the body as uneasiness. We call it, I am not in ease, I am in dis-ease. Diseases manifest. You understood what's happening? That's why today we need to know how these things happen. The modern medical science, if you observe, very sad to say, they are actually crisis management. There is no cure. Is there a cure for diabetic? No. Good, we have a doctor here. See, you start with small tablets, half a tablet, 1 tablet, 2 tablets, 3 tablets. Now doctors will say, why don't you, they don't disturb the pancreas, give insulin direct. Is there a cure for your blood pressure? You start with tablets, you go on adding tablets. Is there a cure for depression? No. Is there a cure for asthma or arthritis? It is basically a crisis management. Why? Today I want to do exercise, I have to do so many things, I stretch myself, Today guest has come, I have other important work to do, I'll do it tomorrow, or next day, or next week I will start. You go on stretching yourself, go on stretching to such an extent, finally you realize it only when you're on the stretcher, right? Then you say, after I get well, I will start all exercise. What do you do again? Repeat. So basically it is a crisis management. Why? Today why more and more hospitals are coming up, why? Because we are ignorant about our health. We are not able to understand what we need to do to take responsibility for our health. So we land up in all hospitals today. They are nothing but crisis management. Yoga is basically a knowledge to help you understand your health, your food, your concept of how to manage yourself. Therefore you are the master. In other words, it's a preventive management. So that's why it's the highest of health science. Now let us say, and medicines that we get in modern medical science, we have to take it because at certain intervals we have so much attuned. We have to go for an operation because it has become so serious. So you have to do it. So they are there to support. And what are the medicines that you take are all synthetic chemicals, right? You take for one thing, it has an effect on the other, or something, or you have to take another tonic, or something or the other, and it finally destroys the system. And if you see, a human body is basically a bio-organic magnetic system. It creates its own light, heat, electricity, everything. Your will and determination is what helps you to move forward. Your hope for tomorrow, your determination for tomorrow is the energy that you have. That can come only when you are energetic, right or wrong? Without that, you don't want to do anything. So, your health, your energy is very much essential. If you go for Ayurveda, the medicines are basically organic. They don't destroy the system, but still there is no cure. Is there a cure for diabetic again? Or depression? Or asthma? No. Why? Because we have the Vata, Pitta, Kapha, gaseous, acidic and alkali state. The three contents is what is Vata, Pitta and Kaba. These imbalances are created. Why? Because of our not sleeping in time, not eating in time, not eating the proper food. Imbalances are created in the system. And this can be rectified by these medicines. But still, there is no cure for depression or asthma or arthritis. They only say refer to naturopathy or other forms of breathing or yoga, they say. It is a supplement to help us. Is there a cure in homeopathy for all these diseases? What does homeopathy do? How many of you have been with homeopathy? Homeopathy is also a very good form of treatment. Why? It checks, if you have gone to a homeopath, they ask you the brief history of your health. From starting, what do you like? Whether you like the hot food or cold, or how do you sleep, how is the motion, everything they just check for what? To understand the chemical imbalances in the body. The chemical imbalances in the body, they ascertain by taking your brief history of the health. And they give you chemicals extracted from various sources, concentrated chemicals they administer according to your chemical imbalances. Now, how does chemical imbalances happen in the system? In a family, if you see, there are 6 people. One is having diabetic, all are having the same food, same situation, same surroundings. One is having diabetic, one blood pressure, one depression, one arthritis. Why? If food is the same, criteria is the same, then why is the disease is different? This is what we need to understand. You understood? So, these chemical imbalances, how does it happen? See, for example, you have your favorite, very tasty food in front of you. You're really hungry. Thank you. You're really hungry. And you're waiting for your friend to join. And the smell of the food is coming. What will happen in the mouth now? Saliva will automatically trickle down. Why? According to your thoughts, it secretes. Any type of thought in the mind has a corresponding secretion in your system, right or wrong? You are agitated, there is a secretion. You are frustrated, there is a secretion. All these secretions form the different chemical imbalances in the system, because if you see innumerable laboratories, glands we have, they are called laboratories. In the intestine, I think alone we have 35,000 glands. Right or wrong?